The CommandAll single is a proportional joystick system paired with a 6100 controller, which can be used to control various hydraulic functions. The CommandAll single is comprised of three main components: the joystick handle or lever, the trigger, and the 6 function buttons. The head of the joystick has 6 different buttons, which are used to switch between or activate which hydraulic function the lever is controlling. The function of each button depends on your system configuration, but the green button is most often used as a spreader standby button, while the blue button is used for blast. The other 4 buttons are typically used to activate hydraulic functions, such as a plow, hoist, or wing. These buttons may also be programmed to control an auto recall or vibrator, which simply activate whenever the button is pressed. Depending on your system settings, these gray buttons may need to be continuously held to function. Additionally, these controllers are programmed specifically for each 6100 system, so some buttons may not be assigned to a function or do anything at all. A function guide describing what each button controls can be viewed on the left side of the main 6100 screen. The default function shown toward the bottom is the hydraulic function that the joystick controls while none of the buttons are pressed. This guide may not appear automatically, and you may need to cycle between view options by tapping the left view button. When you press one of the buttons, the function associated with that button is shown in the upper right corner of the screen. If the text is green, that means that the function is ready for operation, and the system will respond when the joystick handle is moved. If the text is yellow, this means that the function requires that the joystick interlock is also held in order to activate that function. On the back side of the joystick handle, there is a trigger switch. This trigger is most often configured to be used as a joystick interlock, which means the operator must hold it down in order to operate a certain function. Alternatively, the trigger switch may be configured to work as a 7th function button. The trigger's function is shown on the 6100 screen as an arrow pointing toward the center of the joystick handle. To use the CommandAll joystick, first press and hold one of the gray function buttons. The name of the selected function will appear in the upper right corner of the 6100 screen. If your selected function requires it, you should also hold the trigger interlock. While holding these buttons, confirm that your desired function is displayed in green, which indicates that the function is ready to operate. Move the joystick handle to operate the selected function. The joystick can swivel 360 degrees across all 4 cardinal directions. As you move the joystick with your hand, you can observe your hydraulic functions responding to your movements. Some functions may require precise movements of the joystick to operate effectively, while others may be a simple back and forth movement like in the case of a hoist or dump body. You can change which function you control while changing which button you are pressing. Some system configurations may require you to return the joystick handle to the center or neutral position before you can change which hydraulic function the joystick is controlling. Each CommandAll controller is programmed specifically for use with the vehicle it's paired with, and for what purpose it's being used. Keep in mind that there could be an intentional reason why your joystick function does not operate, such as if a function is disabled due to a body height limiter or range sensor. Another common configuration makes use of separate winter and summer modes, which allows certain functions to operate only in one mode. The CommandAll and 6100 controller work together to ensure safe operating conditions. When they power up, the 6100 does a system check and will notify you of any errors it encounters. The most common error to encounter is the joystick off-center error. This indicates that the system believes the joystick handle was not in the center or neutral position when the 6100 powered on. Similarly, another error you may encounter is the joystick push-button error, which indicates that one of the push buttons or the joystick trigger was held down when the system powered on. While either of these errors are present, the entire joystick will be disabled. The 6100 system will do a system check every 5 seconds if one of these errors is active. Once the system sees that the joystick has been returned to the neutral position, or the stuck button has been released, the errors will clear and the system will return to normal operation. If these errors persist, there may be a defect with the joystick or one of the buttons, and you should notify a supervisor. To review, the CommandAll single has 3 primary components: the handle or lever, 6 function buttons, and the trigger. The function buttons are used to change which hydraulic functions the joystick lever is operating. When using the joystick to operate a function, some configurations may require you to hold the interlock trigger. And finally, some configurations may require you to return the handle to the center position before changing functions.